Hello everybody, Johnny here, bringing you another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. This is going to be a casual match that I played together with one of my guildmates, Jiko. So it's considered a semi-party match. Well, in any case, I decided to go into my other account, which has a lower elo, VGjonnybegood, as you can see. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to try out new heroes. Not that I wouldn't say new heroes, but I want to try out heroes that I haven't been practicing much with, and I want to try to play in a lower level first for me to get used to them. So as you can see over here, I'm playing Skye. Now, you know, in this particular update, 1.17, Skye is still very strong in the jungle, especially once she has gotten her crystal power up. Man, she is going to be a total walking wrecking machine because of her whole mobility, as well as her non-existent cooldowns on her abilities. It's crazy, actually, to be honest. So I just want to try it out for myself to see how well I can play Skye at this point in time. And I must say, I used to main Skye a lot of updates ago until she was nerfed, and right now I can say that I'm really rusty with Skye. It's like I don't know how to go about pressing these abilities and the directions and whatnot anymore. It's not easy for me. So I'm just trying to once again rekindle my love for Skye, rekindle my skills. Okay, I don't know if that made sense to you guys, but basically I just want to practice again. So here's me using the lower elo account. But that said, though I say lower elo account, this is actually still of a rather good level, where I would say, because for example, my teammate Jiko, he is currently credible threat bronze. So if the matchmaking thingy in casual matches still works as advertised, then it should still be about that level or so, like skill tier 5 or more. Alright, so here we go. This is a gank on the Black Feather. As you can see, the mobility of Skye allows me to just keep chasing him. No matter how far he runs, I'll always be able to catch up with him. And here I am just gonna put down more damage onto this Finn, and wow, I take him out right there as well. And now I'm going to sneak in and re-engage on the Crawl because he is alone right now. And I'm just gonna use my 4 barrage on him. As you can see, huge damage going out onto him right there. And I'm just gonna be farming a little bit in lane. Of course, I don't want to be taking all of them because otherwise Vox will be really pissed. So there you go. I am going back to the jungle. And perhaps now I have 1,000 over gold. I'm gonna be buying more of those crystal bits. So the usual meta on building the Skye is to get lots of crystal bits. At least some people even buy up to 4 crystal bits, because they will build that into a Frostbird and then followed by the Broken Myth. There you go. But for me, I'll just stop at 3 and I'll get some defense. And perhaps if I have one more slot, I will buy a battery, because you know, Skye is all about her abilities, especially if you're going crystal power. It's all about that combination of abilities, and you don't want to ever have a situation where you just run out of energy, and because you just be a sitting duck. So it's best to get a battery. Anyway, here we are just gonna engage on the Finn, who comes in. I don't know what he was thinking, going in all the way without his teammates. So we're just gonna take him out there, and of course, just gonna apply more pressure onto lane. We decided to go into the jungle because we know Crawl is alone right now, so we're just gonna do our rotation and just go and try to... Yeah, there we see Crawl over there, and unfortunately we are not able to catch him over there. He does get away, and I tell Jiko not to go in there. It's gonna be quite dangerous in case the Finn comes back. Alright, so we're just gonna get myself... Yeah, there we go. I got myself a battery, as promised. And gonna get some more farm, getting quite good money here. My build is starting to really come together. I'm already level 4 in 4 minutes, so that's about 1 minute per level. So that's very good. That's actually very good timing if you can get 1 level per minute, of course. And it's all thanks to this rotation that I have. Once I finish my jungle, I go up to lane, try to gank the enemy, get more XP over there. And yeah, it's all working out. And now, of course, we're going to take our minion mine. It's going to give me even more XP and money. And now I am level 5, as you can see. So that's really good progress. And we're just going to go up to lane. I'm just going to try to catch this Black Feather if possible. It's going to be tough though. There we go. We do... Yeah, we do get him. However, whoa, that scout trap right there really gets Vox really low, and I tell Vox to go back while we try to kill a lane. So more money for me, yay! And Finn is just right over there. Just gonna try to make sure I keep my distance. As long as I keep my distance from Finn, barring the Force Accord, I should be okay. So I don't. This is why I really need practice with Skye. I was trying to aim towards the bush next to me, and I end up shooting backwards, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. I think I accidentally zoomed in on the screen, as you will see over here. Yeah, I do notice that. Why is my screen so zoomed in? Why is like Skye so much bigger than I remember? And I think I realized I zoomed in on the screen, so I'm gonna zoom out pretty soon, I think. Come on, zoom out. Have I zoomed out yet? I don't know. It's like, wow, because I enabled the screen zooming thingy. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I'm all good. I see Finn right over there. I'm just gonna try to kite backwards, especially away from this Kral. Kral does use his sword onto me, and luckily for me, I get the Vanguard, and I'm gonna get out of here. Then I kite backwards once again. This is a very effective tool to get away from enemies as you are using your forward barrage. And right there, I use my ultimate just to stun the enemies as well. And just create even more damage, and suddenly we are having the upper hand. So we want to chase down the enemies right now. I see Finn right over there. Just gonna use my forward barrage. It connects with Blackfeather right over there, and we're able to finish him off. And then going in with the gauntlet, of course not able to stun Finn. However, we do take him out over here. And we're just gonna steal the farm right here. I don't know where Kral is right now, but definitely quite far away. Probably ported back by now. So let's just go ahead and just take their minion mine and steal all their farm. The more we can deprive the Kral of money, the better the chances of us winning later on, of course. I would say that Skye is a very big counter to a lot of melee heroes. Maybe except Taka and the and Koshka and whatnot. Well, wow, I finished off the Blackfeather right there again. Pretty good stuff. So like I said, so she's a very good counter to players like Kral, maybe perhaps even Rona, Blackfeather, I would even say, because Blackfeather needs to stick to his opponent. Although Blackfeather has a lot of tools to close the gap, but then again, you know, this Skye has a lot of mobility too, so it's actually quite a big counter to Blackfeather. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna just go put down the damage onto this Blackfeather. I'll try to prevent him from finishing off my Vox over here, who has already 4 Heartthrob stacks, and now another stack by Kral. So he needs to get out of there. I keep warning him to stay away. Just go back already. I'm going to hold the fort for you guys. So don't try to... Okay, so just get out. Just get out, man. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna go back into the jungle to get some more farm. I think my support, as in Shigo, is gonna stay. Is he gonna stay in the lane? Yeah, he's gonna help take over the lane duties for now while I solo farm. This is gonna help me get even more XP. I'm just waiting for some energy, to recover some energy, and just take out these from right here. Lots of good money. 3,000 gold already. Definitely able to buy my Frostburn. And after which my Broken Myth. So all's good right now, and just gonna keep farming, and there you go. So as you can see, Skye is really good at solo farming as well. She has no problem. She can clear the farm really fast, especially once you have gotten her crystal power up. It's no problem at all, really. So at this point, I'm just gonna get get my Frostburn and get a bigger battery, get some potions just in case I run out of energy sometime later on. Yeah, it's all good. So we're just gonna try to... Oh, nice gauntlet there by Jigo. So we're just trying to go in on that Blackfeather. Unfortunately, he gets away very, very close to finishing off there. However, we're gonna just walk into this bush and we'll see Finn right there. And we're just... Sorry guys, I have no idea what happened over there. There was a bit of technical difficulties right there in my video. It just hung all of a sudden. Anyway, you didn't miss much here. Basically, we can see we're going in all for this team fight. I put down my ultimate to make sure that the 2 enemy carries do not get too close to my Vox. And now that we've taken them out, it's time for us to just finish off this Finn here, and we get the ace. Very nice. and we're just gonna let Vox push the lane while me and Chico go take the gold mine. Oh, wait a minute, all three of us are here. But okay, that's fine. Whatever the case is, oh, Vox finally does get the idea and goes back to lane and leave this minion mine to us, which we can take down in seconds over here. Really quick clearance right here. Once again, it's all because of the power and the abilities of Skye to able to capture objectives really quickly. And now we're just going to get some defense. This is very important. Yeah, I'm still trying to get my broken myth because that's when we'll really see the power of Skye. You will really start to see her shine. So here we go. We're just going to go back to the lane because we see a lot of pressure going up on in lane itself. Ooh, the drag there. Nice, nice. What do you call that? Sonic zoom to get away from that quibble. So now we're just gonna chase after this Finn. And okay, so nothing's going on here. They managed to get away in the end, so that's okay. But I think we want to just go pressure the. First of all, pressure the lane, and then once our minions are pushed towards their turret, then we'll go down to the jungle to go and see if we can go steal something. So I tell them to go first without me, and just let them push. And we see Kral there trying to steal our jungle, I think, at least. And we're just gonna try to chase after him as quickly as we can. There we go. We're gonna try to go into the bush somewhere. We see him there, unfortunately not fast enough for us to stop him from porting back. But the good thing is that he didn't take our entire jungle, so that's good. Maybe he didn't even take anything, I'm not sure. Okay, so just gonna take this farm and then head back to lane. Fortunately for us, our minions actually took down another turret, so now the enemies are down by 2 turrets, so that's pretty good. Okay, so now taking more 2,000 gold, man. Oh, but still so close to getting my broken myth, man. And oh, very bad for barrage there. And most of the time I'm getting it right, and then sometimes I don't. And I ended up getting a Atlas Podron, I think, because that's the only thing I can afford for then. I should have saved up for the broken myth still, but I guess having some defense never actually hurt anybody. So here we go, gonna get Kite, as you can see, cutting backwards from that crawl. It's gonna be easy for me to take him out there. Getting constant damage from my forward barrage just absolutely melts the enemies there. So wow, I can see why this guy is so strong. However, that said, actually, it must be said sometimes when I play Skye and practice, not practice, you know, some other matches that I played Skye in this particular update, it sometimes doesn't do as much damage to the enemies as what you see right here. I think it really has to do with the defense. A lot of times, if you are able to start being aggressive early in the game and depriving your enemies of gold, then the enemies would have to decide to either build towards defense or more offensive items because they won't have enough gold to do both. And that, in a sense, is really good for player like Skye, because if you're not going to build defense against Skye, then all the more her abilities are just going to shred through your entire team. So that's what you should do as Skye. Don't let your enemies build up against you too much, because once they do, you will notice that your power falls off a little bit. Even with the broken myth, of course. You might be surprised sometimes enemies, they start to focus you down. Firstly, they'll know that you are the main damage dealer. They were just gonna collapse on you to just, you know, take you out first. And on top of that, if they have sufficient defense, they might be able to kill you off even before you're able to unleash your, you know, all your abilities on them. So it takes a really good Skye though, because I've seen Skies who are just impossible to catch and just really decimating the entire team, landing those ultimates right on point to you know, either, you know, just stun the enemy or to just generally just block off the enemies from going to a particular position or something like that. So yeah, Skye is all about that mobility and restructuring the fight, basically, you know, just repositioning herself and repositioning the enemy to a certain extent. Okay, so we are just going to come back here into their jungle because the pressure is on them, and I just would say maybe in that case, since we have nothing to do here, how about we just go take their minion mine, because after all, it's there, sitting there waiting for us to take. I'm just gonna sit in the bush here, wait for them to come for the minion mine. and then we'll just go in together. I see Black Feather not wanting to go in for the fight, so I just continue to take the... Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. Once again, those planes around my area here. It's an airbase near my house. That's why there's a lot of planes flying by every now and then. And not just like commercial planes. We're talking about like fighter jets, man. Okay, here we are. Kraken is out. I ping to them, do we want to take this? I see that they don't really want to take this. Okay, so I'm out. I'm going out here. But then Vox turns around and takes the Kraken. Is like, whoa, hold on. Are we taking the Kraken or not? So I see Finn there trying to disturb us from taking the Kraken. I guess in a way what we're trying to do here is to force a fight. We don't really want to take the Kraken, but we want them to come close. So here we are, just gonna put down the 4 barrage onto the Finn, and he gets away, and we see all the enemies there. Fortunately, I avoid the sword toss. And we go in with the gauntlet, we catch Crawl, I use my Sui Strike to reposition myself all the way to the other side, and I use my 4 barrage onto Crawl, taking him out. And now it's just the Black Feather. Watch this, I put my ultimate to prevent him from going back into the base, and now I'll take him out again with my 4 barrage. And now it's just us and the turret, and we don't know where Finn is here. Okay, so Finn is nothing he can do really about this push here. We're just gonna keep on taking the turret, and now look at this 4 barrage, the entire 4 barrage onto Finn, wiping out his entire health bar there, just 1 4 barrage. It goes to show how much he's not defending against him. I think perhaps at that point in time he sold all his items already, and he was just, I guess, given up, I suppose, and that's why I'm able to take out his entire health bar there so quickly. And we're just going to finish up the game because they surrendered, so that's GG by us. Well, I would say because maybe we're playing with lower skill tier heroes, and we're able to win this quite comfortably, but maybe also because Skye is a very big counter to both Black Feather and Crawl, and that's why we're able to actually just finish them off really quickly there. So GG to my team as well. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, everybody. Tell me what you think about Skye, and maybe next time if I can try another Skye video, I want to go back to using weapon power, because weapon power Skye is definitely something to behold as well. We'll see you to the next time, and until my next video, be awesome and stay awesome. Bye bye.